Hello, I'm Rodger Cloud. I'm here representing Cloud Microphones. We are at the Audio Days in Paris. I like this show a lot. It's very intimate and there are a lot of good people here and a lot of fantastic brands, and it's just the right environment to come and exhibit our boutique microphones here in France. So I'm very excited to be here. So our microphones are ribbon microphones, and we are basing the technology on the RCA microphones of the 1930s and 40s primarily. Our newest microphone is the 44A, in which the ribbon itself is exactly as it was in the 1930s, but we've engineered everything else new to modernize the design and bring it into the 21st century. And so the advantage of this is that it has much less noise than the vintage ones, has a much stronger output. In fact, we're using it now directly into the preamp inside of the camera here, and I believe we have plenty of strong signal. So it's also active, this particular model, the 44A, and it's the first ribbon microphone that's active that has also a voice music switch so that you can reduce the proximity effect for a voice or a close proximity instrument. And we are using the voice position now to amplify the microphone. And it uses a technology that we developed. We call it the Cloud Lifter technology. It's an active gain stage. It's also available in a separate box that you can use to amplify your passive microphones. We first developed it for our active microphone design, but we discovered after putting it in a box to test it that the box was very useful, and that's how the Cloud Lifter concept came to be. And now we have 4 models of the Cloud Lifter: the CL1, the CL2, and the CL4, which all have different amount of channels. But also now we have the variable impedance Cloud Lifter. So with the active 44A microphone, this technology is built right inside the microphone, so it's able to be used directly with virtually any modern preamp interface or mixing console. So the way that we came to manufacture microphones was I worked with Stephen Sank in Tucson, Arizona, and when he first moved into Tucson, he moved in next door to my recording studio, and we started collaborating to outfit my studio with vintage microphones. And at some point we worked together to design a custom microphone for my studio for voice and music applications. And when I heard it, it was so amazing to me, the sound, that I was really inspired to share it with the world and began making microphones. So I spoke with Stephen about that, and we began designing from the ground up a brand new microphone, and that's how the Cloud microphones came to be. We have the original ribbon making tools that belonged to Harry Olson in the 1930s at RCA. Stephen inherited these from his father. His father was John R. Sank, and Mr. Sank, the elder Sank, was the acoustical engineer at RCA that designed many of the later models of the RCA ribbon microphones, such as the BK11 and the BK10A and countless others. So by keeping the ribbon the same and by using the same tooling from the original RCA era, we're able to preserve the sonic characteristics and the personality of those microphones. But by engineering everything else new, we're able to make it modern and ready to be used with any setup that you might have. And all that's required for the active microphones is phantom power. And it's like having a ribbon microphone preamp, regardless of whether your preamp has enough gain for a traditional passive ribbon microphone. But we also have a passive ribbon microphone, the JRS34 passive. So for engineers that have these specialized preamps and like to use them. So we have both for available for so that people have a choice.